Hello, my name is Matthew Rupp. I made a quick video over 6 or 8 different bail bondsmen here in Wichita, their websites and their online presence. One of the ones on my list was your website and your online presence. It was interesting to me that there's one thing. I'll just start with the good news. Let me scroll up to the top of your site here. Links, backlinks. Links are when any website points to your site. I'm going to jump over to, I kind of made a summary in Word, the relationship between Google rankings and links. When you have other websites that have a link that point to your site, it could be an image, a piece of content, it could be whatever, anything you can click on one site and be taken to another one, that constitutes a link. To Google, links are basically votes of confidence. They instill trust. The more quality links you have pointing to your site, the better you're going to rank. So the relationship between Google rankings and links, 99.2% of all the top 50 results had at least one external link pointing to their site. 78% of top results had at least one external link pointing to the page. So in other words, if you're looking for a site that ranks well with no external links, be prepared to look for a long time. You can read more about this. There's millions of articles about links. But I thought it would be a good place to start. So I compared a lot of the bondsmen in Wichita in this area. So as far as who's ranking for bail bonds, when I type that in, Second Chance, Big Mike's, Big Fish, Air Capital, Green Feather, Crossroads, and Owen. So Big Fish, this is what really jumped out to me was you have a lot of links. But this is one thing that's really, really going well for you. It's no doubt about it. It's helping you, and you have a lot of good links pointing to your sites. And I'll explain. Let's scroll down a tiny bit. So Second Chance, very few links from very few domains. Their domain authority is very low. And just hold on with me. This will all make sense. I know this can seem kind of boring and esoteric, but hopefully it'll make sense here in a moment. Okay, Big Mike's, a few more links from not very many domains. Domain authority or ranking is much, much stronger. Big Fish. And then let's look at, I'll give you an example. Air Capital has over 1,000 links, more than anybody, and domain rating is 35. You have a lot less links, and your domain rating is almost as high, even though they have a lot more. This means the links pointing to your site, you have a lot of good links pointing to your site for it to be as high as it is. Okay, that's the good news. Let's jump over to the website itself. I got to be honest, and my goal is I'm going to work with one bondsman here in Wichita, and I'm going to help them. They're literally going to just dominate that first page on Google. They're going to show up 3 or 4 times on that first page. I've done it for several service businesses right here in Wichita. I can show you how I've done it. You can read some of my case studies and watch some of the talks I've given and watch some of my videos, and you'll get an idea. Your website is just, I got to be honest, and I'm surprised you're ranking as well as you are. And if you put those links to work for you with a website that wasn't just making it so difficult for you to rank well, I mean, you guys could, in a very short amount of time, just be crushing it when it comes to Google. I don't doubt you guys are busy. I don't doubt you're getting phone calls. I don't doubt you're getting phone calls from your website. I know for a fact you could be getting 10 times as many as you are right now. A quick thing, just right off the bat. Okay, when you highlight text, when you highlight something and you highlight the words, then you highlight it. See how we highlighted that? That's text that Google can read. When you highlight something like this and the whole thing highlights, that's an image. So if you think about it, you have to look at it like how we're making it. That's an image, and this is an image. So when you look at your website from that perspective, with the exception of bail bonds, Wichita, Kansas, Google doesn't even know what you do. I mean, they can't see your name, they can't see your address, they can't see your phone number, the navigation doesn't describe what you do. I mean, so there's this. I'm thrilled your website's in WordPress. That's really, really good news. But it shows here that it's powered by WordPress, and I understand it it didn't cost very much money, and that's great. And it was simple, and we need to have a website, but just a lot of things. I would lose the ad is not helping Google. It's not helping your visitors. Um, not a lot of not a lot of good logic to send someone to your Facebook page when it hasn't been updated in like over a year and a half. The links are great. That's helpful. I mean, to a degree. Um, the content is really cookie cutter. The about page to not have any personality or real people. I mean, kind of putting a face on the business, putting a face with a name, and kind of showing some personality, like some of the other sites are doing. Frequently asked questions. It's real cookie cutter. Sending people to the Facebook page that hasn't been updated, and a YouTube channel that just has 2 videos on it, and one of them's a commercial, and one of them isn't related to your business. Like very little of your website is helping you rank well, but there you are towards the the first half of the front page. Granted, this top 3, 4, 5 results are getting. See, you're right there in the 5th spot. I mean, the top 5 spots are getting 75% of all the traffic, and you're right there. So my intention is not to kick on your website by any stretch of the imagination. It's wonderful you have the links you do. You're still in the top 5, which is incredible. I mean, really just a handful of, I guess what I'm saying is I feel like out of every bondsman's website that I've looked at here in Wichita, I feel like you have more of all the right pieces that you need to be number 1, to be number 1, number 2, number 3 in pretty short order. If we could just get your website in order. Like I said, my name is Matthew RUpp. I'm right here in Wichita. My office is at 13th and Ridge. I've written a lot of case studies on the subject. I've given a lot of a lot of presentations, quite a few articles, a lot of videos. You're welcome to read about my story. I've worked with a lot of service businesses right here in Wichita, like I said. You can see what my clients have to say about working with me and see some of the results that I've helped them achieve. I'm only going to work with one bondsman here in Wichita. If you'd like to have that number 1 spot on that first page of Google, I would be happy to share with you about 14 different ways I can help you do that. And I just, in addition to the just scratching the surface, which we did today. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a shout. Have a great week. Thanks for your time.